In front, power move. A one-time shot, he scores! Motion left wing side, walks in, he scores! Rich got it. They score! Seals the deal!
Hello and welcome to Gulls All Access presented by California Coast Credit Union. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. An enforcing presence on the ice, Judd Caulfield plays a hard-nosed and honest brand of hockey. With career highs in goals and games played, Caulfield has seemed to find his role for the San Diego Gulls. We sat down with the Gulls forward to get his hockey story and his reflections on this past season. Judd Caulfield, right wing from Grand Forks, North Dakota. A power forward with a nose for the net.
He puts it off the post and the Gulls follow up to jam it home.
Number 28, Judd Caulfield. Today we welcome Gulls forward Judd Caulfield to the program. Judd, thanks for sitting down with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Take me back. How does Judd Caulfield get started in the sport of hockey?
I just grew up in a hockey family in a hockey city. My dad, he played hockey growing up and was drafted by the New York Islanders in the 5th round. And yeah, he was just huge into hockey. And then growing up in Grand Forks too, it's a hockey city. There's the University of North Dakota there, which is just everyone lives and breathes UND hockey there. It's fun to see. And my two brothers, one older, one younger, and they both played hockey. So we'd always be competing with each other, whether it be mini hockey in the basement or just outside in the backyard playing hockey. We're always competing, pushing each other, and we'd have buddies over playing 2-on-2, 3-on-3, whatever it is. And it was awesome. And my dad, he got us on skates as soon as we could walk, basically. And he was always, I can't imagine the amount of hours he put in putting up those rinks in the backyard, because he had the real deal back there. He was the full-on boards. He had a Zamboni at one point, like full-size Zamboni. And yeah, it was awesome.
North Dakota in North Dakota University of hockey. And your dad is the photographer for the team. How do you describe that kind of fandom and put that into words to people that may not understand?
Yeah, the fans are they're dedicated out there. It's really, truly amazing to see. Like, yeah, we had season tickets growing up, so we would go as much as we could if we didn't have any hockey tournaments or anything, and just catch the ones on TV if they're out of town or if we're not able to make it. But it was awesome getting to go to those games. There's 12,000 fans there every night. And yeah, my dad being the photographer too, I got a little behind the scenes action, so that was really special. Me and my brothers would get out of school early and tag along with him and get to see guys like Oshie, Parisi, just some of those big names, Taves. And Parisi was always my favorite player growing up, and continue to watch him pro. And it's truly amazing getting to see those guys. And they were so good with us, and just inspires you as a kid.
The U.S. National Team Development Program. Take me to U17s first. Winning gold with that group, that had to have been pretty special.
Yeah, that was our first big win as a group. We knew we had a pretty special group, but that kind of solidified it early on. And there was, this great players, and we did very well in that tournament, handled that pretty easy. And then, we did well in most of our international tournaments as well, the 4 Nations and 5 Nations. I think we won, I want to say 5 of our 6 international, and the one we didn't win was the U18s tournament, which that one hurts. We lost to Russia in a shootout in the semifinals.
But it had to feel pretty good to beat Canada. I mean, take them a bronze, but to get involved in that kind of rivalry in a medal situation, that had to have been, you guys have been ecstatic to be part of that.
I mean, that's the next best scenario is beating Canada for a bronze medal. So we were obviously happy to get that, but getting to play with the best players every single day, whether it's practice or games, it just really pushes you as an individual. And there's no slacking in the gym or slacking in practice. Everyone picks each other up, and you just know what you got to do, go out there and compete.
And now Judd takes us onto the ice for a new edition of Gulls Mic'd UP. Hello, Yanni. Linz. Yeah!
Hey, the battles are good, but your hand came up high there, all right?
Yeah, he's rapping too, so it's on both ways. Yeah, we're focused out. I know, we're forechecking well. Keep getting turnovers. Good tip there, Nico. Keep getting there. Winner rip repeats. Just let us clear that. He didn't touch it. I tripped the ref because I didn't touch it. Yeah, let's get a shot. Get a shot and ball. Hey, I got 3. I got him. Okay. Yeah. He's not sealing posts at all. Just get it to the point and pound it. On a loss, we both go win, tie, forget. Push it to the D and then go to the net. We're gonna just try to punch it to you guys and get it to the net. You got it. All day. Good David, you're on it. Good night, finish. Way to hunt, men. Great shift, fellas.
Coming up, the premier developmental league for the NHL, the American Hockey League showcases some of the best hockey players in the world. From general managers to coaches to rookies, we talked with members of the league to see what it takes to make it in the American Hockey League. Right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Step into spring with some new Gulls merchandise. From soaring graphic tees to tie-dye skate decks and vintage jackets, this gear isn't just for the arena. Stock up on those hats and graphic tees as the weather warms up. Browse the entire collection at our online merchandise store by visiting sandiegogulls.com/shop. The American Hockey League is the premier developmental league for the NHL. With the reputation as the best development league in professional sports, the competition is high, with young talent vying for a spot on an NHL roster. But to earn a spot with the parent club, players must first prove that they can shine among the world's best competition. The American Hockey League is the premier developmental league for the NHL, with nearly 90% of current NHL players coming out of the AHL.
The American Hockey League is a really good league. And I think a lot of kids come out of junior or college thinking, well, I'm just going to spend a little time there. And then they get shocked about how good it is.
I mean, guys are fighting to be the next call-up, to get the next contract. Everyone's in a different point in their career, but when there's a lot of young guys hungry and want to keep advancing in their career, that's what you see every night.
Despite boasting the reputation as the best developmental league in professional sports, the AHL doesn't always receive the attention or acknowledgement that it should.
The AHL is a really hard league, and I think young guys don't understand that right away. And I mean, myself included, when I was growing up, you don't really know a lot about it, because obviously it doesn't get the publicity the NHL does. But it's a tough league, and you find out really quick. And you know, you got to be a man, you got to grow up, you got to learn how to be a pro and work, or else you get passed up pretty easily. It's such a competitive business. So
probably one of the top 3 pro leagues in the world. From the guys that have been around for a long time, they said the league just keeps getting better. There's a lot more younger guys that are able to come into the league and make an impact right away. And there's a lot of guys that are on their way out of their career that have played the NHL for a long time. So it's not like it's an easier league because I've been up in the NHL. Like, you have to work just as hard to have success here.
We're certainly working towards being able to put a team on the ice that can win regularly. We also understand where we are in the bigger picture. Like, we're the farm team for the Anaheim Ducks. And I think coming into the American League, by nature, the league gives some different goals. The guys are so close to being able to be in the NHL that they can smell it. And so we certainly are not forgetting about that fact, that that's a priority for us to be able to develop these guys.
It doesn't get enough credit for how tough of a league it is. It kind of gets overlooked because of the NHL, and but it's tough. It's tough, and it's a great challenge every day to rise to the occasion and strive for more in this state. So
as I was used to college schedule, we were playing 40 games in the year, and now we're playing pretty much double that. So it's you got to show up every night. You got to find a way to dial in your routine and mentality, and recovery is a huge part too, and nutrition. It's just all of it that goes around. So it's something that I've been trying to learn and keep going as I get older.
The biggest thing for me, I think, is how important the stuff outside of hockey is. Like your life management and your health and your nutrition and your sleep. And figuring out how you can get better on the ice by doing other little things, you know, because it's all about figuring out like how you can get 1% better. Just always being a sponge and learning, I think, is the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You're lining up next to guys scoring 30, 40 goals in the NHL. It's like, geez, got some work to do, but it's awesome because you pick their brains too a little bit. You see their practice habits and all their habits off the ice, and it helps you as a player just seeing that firsthand.
Every level that I've gone through, and obviously the biggest difference has been like the ECHL to here. There's so much that goes into this day to day where you can't slack off. Like, you can't be lazy. You can't. You'll get exposed in a heartbeat if you're not, actively trying to get yourself better. It's not going to work, in my opinion.
It's a hard league. I think guys that come down, and whether they're high prospects or if it's a guy that's played in the NHL, come down, it's not automatic to produce. It's not automatic. It takes a lot of hard work and just sticking to your process. You get humbled really quick in this league if you think it's going to be easy.
It's definitely different than college and junior hockey, and every day you kind of learn something new. And so pre-scouting teams, knowing what to expect, not taking anyone lightly, especially the bottom teams. Like, anyone could win a game in this league, so it's a great league.
I think it's unfortunate that it doesn't get as much respect because, you know, there's some really good high-end young players in here, and you know, for me, I feel just fortunate to be a part of it. And it's pretty crazy how, you know, the league's growing, and, you know, the 10 years that I've been playing in it, and, you know, where it's going and the trajectory of it. And, you know, these kids the talent all in them is pretty crazy.
My ultimate goal is obviously make the NHL, and that starts here in the AHL, just working, competing every night. And I mean, guys here, we're happy to be here, but we all know that we want to make the NHL.
Some people might call it the minor leagues, but we're pretty lucky, you know, to be in the spot to play hockey for a living and get a chance to chase our dreams and, you know, be one step away from the NHL. And you never know what happens. Just got to go out there and work hard and, you know, put yourself in a good spot.
It was another year of fun and festivities at Pechanga Arena. And now let's take a look back at some of our favorite theme nights on the season. The San Diego Gulls, proud AHL affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks, began their home campaign on October 18, 2024, as the Gulls hosted the reigning Western Conference champion, Coachella Valley Firebirds.
In front! It's loose in the paint! They score!
November 16th was the Gulls' annual Military Appreciation Night. This season, the Gulls honored the Navy with specialty jerseys, a pregame tailgate, and a Navy-themed hat giveaway. Military members and veterans in the crowd were also treated to a post-game skate with their friends and family. December 7th was the fan-favorite Teddy Bear Toss Night, and Igor Sidorov was the man of the night with the first Gulls goal of the game that allowed the Teddies to rain down on the ice.
Open right side, Sidorov waits, fires, he scores! Igor Sidorov with goals in back-to-back games. And the Teddy Bears flood the ice.
All stuffed animals thrown were donated to local nonprofits. As a continuation of the holiday season on December 14th, the Winter Wonderland Night treated fans to a Gulliver-inspired Moose Mug giveaway and a pregame tailgate. On the ice, San Diego soared to a 5-2 win over the San Jose Barracuda. That was part of a 5-game point streak for the Gulls.
Finds Luno, he'll drag, he'll shoot, he scores! Meyer on the sidecar, Mishak waits, right wing side, shoots and scores!
On January 18th, the Gulls celebrated Lunar New Year and the Year of the Snake with inspired uniforms, a pregame tailgate, and a collectible pin giveaway. January 31st was a special night for San Diego as we honored the life and legacy of Bill Walton with a tie-dye inspired specialty jersey and a bobblehead giveaway of the legend himself. The evening also featured live music from Electric Waste Band, the Grateful Dead tribute band Bill Walton played with numerous times around the city. February 16th was the fan-favorite Star Wars theme night. The Dark Side themed specialty jersey and pregame tailgate kept the Force strong with us. On the ice, a big 4-2 win as Justin Bailey sealed his first multi-goal game of the season.
And now it's Bailey, man open on the side, he's gonna shoot and score!
March 1st saw the celebration of the Mardi Gras season with a New Orleans-inspired specialty-themed jersey, pregame tailgate, and Jester Gulliver bobblehead giveaway. March 29th was Mexican Heritage Night that showed off vibrant specialty-themed jerseys, a festive pregame tailgate, and a poncho-themed giveaway. The Gulls had another exciting victory with a 3-1 win over the Calgary Wranglers on a night where Stian Solberg netted his first career AHL goal.
Solberg has it left side, fires, he scores! Welcome to the party, pal!
New this year, the Viejas Casino and Resort Concert Series brought a variety of live music to the arena to help celebrate various theme nights. The first concert series of the season was Country Night on December 6th. On the ice, San Diego witnessed another late third period comeback to earn a 5-3 win over the Bakersfield Condors.
Passage off left wing side, wrist shot, he scores!
December 27th was the second concert series of the season, celebrating Jimmy Buffett with a Parrot Head in-game concert. On the ice, it was an exciting 4-3 win in a shootout over division rival Ontario Reign. Igor Sidorov netted the game winner that named him the AHL Player of the Week.
Sidorov from the left side, he'll continue the goal-scoring streak. Snaps it home.
The next concert series was the return of Emo Night on February 28th, which is one of the most popular concert series of the season and backed by millennials' popular demand. March 28th was the final concert series of the season with Classic Rock Night. On the ice, the Gulls rock and rolled to a 5-1 victory over the Tucson Roadrunners. On a night where Justin Bailey, Noah Warren, and Tyson Hines all combined for a goal, which is believed to be the first time a trio of black players have done so in the 89-year history of the AHL. The creative brainpower of the Gulls front office was certainly on display this past season through all the fun and festive theme nights that brought San Diego to the barn, and just wait until you see what they have planned for next season. Coming up, we have part 2 of our sit-down with Gulls forward Judd Caulfield, right here on Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union.
On for Caulfield, backhander in front, he scores!
Join us for Fan Appreciation Night this Saturday, brought to you by Bill Howe Heating, Plumbing, and Air, as the Gulls battle the Coachella Valley Firebirds at 6 p.m. The celebration kicks off at 4 p.m. with a pregame tailgate brought to you by Mason Ale Works, featuring live music, beer and food specials, games, and so much more. Be one of the first 8,000 fans inside the arena and receive a free Gulls baseball third jersey. For more information, visit sandiegogulls.com/fan-app-night. Welcome back to Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. And now, part 2 of our sit-down interview with Gulls forward Judd Caulfield.
Gonna drive to the net, to the back end, he scores!
Power forward, and he takes it away from the Calgary defenseman, and he makes them pay for it. Judd Caulfield, the big bad power forward.
If you already committed to North Dakota, and then it finally comes that day, you move on to college hockey. What's that mean to you, growing up in that hotbed in Grand Forks, going to games with your family, and how much it was part of your life early on, and then you get to put the sweater on and play games? What is it like that first time you go out there for a home game?
Yeah, it was really special too. Playing the first game, definitely had a lot of jitters, but you know, I had great teammates there too, great leadership in all the groups that we had in North Dakota. And my freshman year got cut off early in the playoffs with the COVID year, but yeah, the sophomore team, there was a very good team there too. We had a good season, won the regular season championship, the Penrose Cup, and yeah, going into the playoffs, we were feeling good, and then came the Duluth game with the 5 overtimes, and yeah, it is crazy. Even just thinking about it now, all the overtimes kind of blend together, but yeah, the emotion swings in the game were crazy. Even in regulation time, we were down 2-0 late in the game, pulled our goalie, scored, pulled our goalie again, scored again with about 30 seconds left, and just to tie it up, we thought there's no way we're losing, and then this back and forth game, and they got the bounce.
You make your professional debut April 5th that year, just wrapping up school. So what do you remember about that day and the transition, getting to San Diego and then getting into the lineup?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy with pro because one day you're sitting in class and then you're on a flight the next day and playing a game basically the following day. So it was a quick turnaround, but it was great to get out here and just get the professional debut, and that was awesome. The guys were great with that too. Like, they're real supportive on the bench and everything, just try to calm your nerves, and it's cool.
What was that first training camp like? Anaheim Ducks, and you're looking around, is this NHL facilities and players on the ice and then getting ready to go?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You're lining up next to guys scoring 30, 40 goals in the NHL. It's like, geez, got some work to do, but it's awesome because you pick their brains too a little bit, and you see their practice habits and all their habits off the ice, and it helps you as a player just seeing that firsthand.
What were your biggest takeaways from your first professional season?
I think, again, just the 72 games. It's definitely a change of pace, and just bringing the consistency every night. That's something that can be hard to find when there's that many games, and it makes the difference because you got to show up for every game because, I mean, you lose a couple here or there, it adds up at the end of the season.
Now into year 2 as an AHL player. Career high 11 goals so far this year. Got a couple more games and you can set career highs in assists and points. Where have you seen yourself improve from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, I think overall the consistency has been better this year, and just focusing on the little details that the coaches are pointing out too, like finishing in front of the net on different goals and things like that. Because I think most of my goals are right around the crease area or an empty net or something. So it's good just to focus on those things in practice, and they make their way and translate into games.
That's a wrap on Season 6 of Gulls All Access, presented by California Coast Credit Union. Thanks for watching all year long. We'll see you next time.
Shoots and he scores!